So let's talk about Man City. 15 straight wins, 10 clean sheets. First of all, it's an incredible run. It's breathtaking. And I thought that, listen, they went to a championship side yesterday, but Swansea have been going really well, play some really good stuff. But it was so easy, so comfortable for Manchester City. And they're just playing with a swagger that, having said all of this, they'll probably go and lose against Spurs at the weekend. But we'll wait and see. But the 15-game winning run it's a phenomenon, isn't it?
It is, and I think because of how good that defence has been, it's all, like you say, it's almost relaxed the rest of the players because they know they're going to score. That they're that good. They create enough chances, and they've got the quality. They know they're going to score. I mean, what confidence does that give every other player if the back four and the goalkeeper is as solid as they have been? That's what's impressed me most is that back door being shut and allowing the rest of the team just to, at times, been slightly off. But 1 or 2 goals has been enough.
Okay, so let's have a look at previous Manchester City sides, not just under Pep Guardiola. When they won the first title with the Aguero goal, and Mancini was in charge of that side. And we've got to remember some of the players. David Silva's been there a long time. Aguero obviously was there. Yaya Toure, who had a hand in the goal as well. Some really good players. You take it through to other title-winning sides that they had. The 100-point team with that late winner in the last game at Southampton. And actually, I was having a look at that team just a moment ago, as it happens. By that time, Edison had come in. Stones and Laporte were regulars at the back. They didn't really have a regular left back.
No.
They used to have players filling in. Sometimes Danilo was on the right. Sometimes he was on the left. Delph was there as well. You had a midfield of De Bruyne, Fernandinho, Gundogan was there. Bernardo Silva was there. Sterling was there. Sane was one of those who's since left. And at his best, he was very, very good. And then we come on to the following year. They won it again. Remember the Vincent Kompany wonder goal against Leicester as Liverpool pushed them all the way. Then we come on to this side. So if you don't think, here's the fundamental. If you don't think that this particular Manchester City side is the best and you plump for another one, it means that you're leaving Phil Foden out of that team. So you're effectively dropping Phil Foden. Bearing in mind what he's done so far this season, I think that is a tough thing for anybody to justify if they're going to leave Phil Foden out of a side. So I'm intrigued as to what people think, because whether you're a City fan or not, you've got to love watching good football, and Man City do play good football.
Unique football. I've never seen it in the Premier League to the level that Pep Guardiola has got his side to. Not once, not twice, you could arguably say 3-4 seasons. They've got to a certain level and a certain way of playing that's just magical to watch. What I find amazing is we've actually got to the point where people are bored. They're that good at times with the ball and the way they move and interchange positions. People are bored because they're that good at it. That's what we've got to. I find it incredible that they can win games as easily as they have done, and people at times want to turn off because the football's so good, the opposition can't touch the ball, and they just, for me, but I'll never turn off because I just find it awe-inspiring to see the movement, the interchanging of positions, the quality that's on show. I, however, would go for the 18-19 season team over this current one.
Okay, so that was the team that was pushed all the way by Liverpool, right?
Yes, the 100 point.
Okay, I'm intrigued. Why would you do that?
Well, first of all, at the moment, this side hasn't got a striker. And I love Aguero. I just think he's magnificent. He got 21 goals that season. So at the moment, they're playing without a striker, really. Jesus, of course, has come back in after injury, but he's not scoring the level of goals and the performances that Aguero was putting in at that point. I still think David Silva over Foden. David Silva's a magician of a player. Just got about his business, linked midfield and the forward line with ease. He's not quick. Phil Foden's quick. David Silva's not quick at all. It's all in his head. He sees pictures before it's even happened. He sees space that maybe is not quite there yet, but drifts into it the minute a player moves. The intricacies of in and around the box. That ball that he used to constantly play, used to get fed into him, and he used to play that between the centre-back and the full-back. Just incredible. Perfect weight of pass. Sterling would come onto it or Sane would come and it would be a goal. I'd still have him over Foden. I know Foden's a wonderful talent, but David Silva, for me, just incredible. And I just felt that they had, in an attacking sense, a relentless nature to win 5-0, 4-0. Every single game, they would never, ever take their foot off the gas and just keep possession for the sake of it. It would always be looking to score again. Subs come on, they want to score. And teams in the past have gone 3-0 up and just let the game drift away. City never ever do that.
Okay, so let's just clear this up, because they won 2 titles in a row. In 17-18, that was the year they got 100 points and finished 19 clear of Mourinho's Man United. In the following season, 18-19, that was the one where Liverpool pushed them all the way.
That's the one I'm going for. That's the one I'm going for.
They got 98 points that season, which wasn't bad. And that was the season with the company scorcher against Leicester. I was at the Etihad for that. And you've never known, there was a lot of tension around the ground. I'll just describe this, because it is one of the best moments I've ever had in football. I was there just, we were doing the show from the Etihad, I believe, as memory serves. And afterwards, I stayed for the game, obviously. I was right up at the top, so I had a great view of everything. I was really high up at the Etihad. And there was a real tension, because it was getting very late in the game, and Leicester were good. And they'd been playing well under Brendan Rodgers. And I think that all the City fans were thinking, this is the moment. We drop points. Liverpool overtake us. They'll win the title. There was a real fear, a real concern that it was going to peter out into a 0-0 draw. They were really struggling to break through. And then you saw Kompany get the ball, and it looked right for him to just whack it. But it's Vincent Kompany, so you weren't really expecting it. So it took everybody by surprise. He's leathered it. And even Kasper Schmeichel could not get anywhere near it. And you've never known a ground like it. From being tense, and almost the atmosphere was kind of quiet, really, to complete eruption of a whole ground. It was amazing. And well worth it for such a beautiful goal. But if we're comparing, I think that I would rather watch this team now. I said to you before that on a Saturday, I'm always keen to go and watch Man City. I get allocated the game. I don't choose which game I go to. Believe me, I don't choose which game I go to. But I have indicated in the past that I would rather go and watch Manchester City than anyone else, because I just love the way they play football. I'm like,
why this season, though?
I think it's because what you're saying about people getting bored with it, I do understand that. And I think there are people like that. But I think it's so good you have to keep watching. But I also think that you're going to miss an individual moment of brilliance, whether it's a Kevin De Bruyne pass, more likely something magical from Phil Foden, like that goal on Sunday, or like a little run where players are bouncing off him and the ball's glued to his foot. That kind of run. I think he did it the other week. Was it against Burnley? I can't remember who it was. But he did it the other week. The move didn't come to anything, but he just went past 4 or 5 players. And in the end, he got sliced in half by somebody, because it was the only way to stop him. And you just instantly thought Gaza. When you see a player that makes you think of one of your heroes from years gone by because he's that good, I have to keep on watching. So I think it is the Foden factor to a large extent. I'm also very impressed with DS. I think Edison's got so much better as well, and he's almost become an outfield player at the same time as being his goalie, which I find remarkable to watch. I'm transfixed by Man City. So I'm going with this one. You're going with the one from, what was it, 2018-19?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. Very quickly, you took penalties in your career, didn't you?
I did.
Would you let Edison take penalties?
Yes.
Okay, we'll get into that in just a moment as well. Which Man City team is the best? Is it this one right now in the Sheikh Mansour era? 08717 22 3344.